Alright, so with a little movie magic, here it is. This is the final product. I know I said I was going to do a lot of things and a lot of different segments of this video. Um, Definitely a lot of changes. This is like a month and a half, 2 months of time that I spent kind of messing with this thing when I could. But I think the final product turned out pretty damn good. I'm definitely happy with it. I know there was some camera issues after going over. This thing had a problem auto-focusing, stuff like that, different mics, trying stuff out, forgetting things. Anyways, so this will be the final cut of this now that it's finally done. But I think it turned out pretty darn good. Um, like I said, I didn't end up varnishing it at all. I sanded it down real good, and then I got slightly moist cloth, and I wiped it down just to get all the extra dust, powder, whatever was on it off. And once I did that, I took it out for a test shoot just to make sure everything held up real good, and it definitely did. Everything turned out real nice. And finally tonight, I cleaned it all up again, and then I just wiped it down with some of this lemon oil treatment. So I like this stuff. I actually really like this stuff. It smells good, and it soaks right in. Give it like 5 minutes to sit there and soak all in, and keeps the wood all nice and gives it its own oils. So like I said, I'm really happy with it. Cleaned up real nice, and it was a fun project. I would definitely do this again. So, and it's got really good coloration even after sanding it. So I sanded it a bit, and it definitely made it a little bit lighter using that compound. Let me pull it up real quick. So initially, I decided I'd try out this TCE cleaner degreaser with the old-fashioned whiting. These both are supposed to go together. What I did find with this stuff is that it definitely worked. I do feel like it did pull a lot of that gunk out, a lot of nasty stuff, the real built up areas, it get cleaned out real good. But the real problem was that it's actually pretty hard to get out of the cracks and crevices. Like the real big dents, some of them just kind of have a recess in them, and it's kind of hard to get all of it out. So there is little tiny bits of like remnants of it in there, which it's hard to see, and I'm sure over time if I sat there and just took like a little pick, I could definitely get it out. Um, I don't know how ambitious I am about something like that, but I mean, if you want to take the time to actually try to get all this crap out of there, go for it. If the stock's really nasty, give it a shot. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't use it on something like this again. Definitely on a less torn up stock, I would use it. So that's pretty much all I did. So here's the cracks that I ended up repairing. So there's the large one here, and that ran all the way out to about here. Really fine crack about here, and it got a little bigger. And it also splintered on the inside. It was splintered into a couple cracks, so I ended up gluing that up. I glued the rear stock here because this whole piece was actually separate, so I glued that back on. And then in the front here, there was some real nasty cracks coming down through here, and this piece was separated from the stock. And then on the top here, the hand guard, there was a crack going all the way down it. And you can kind of see the glue marks. You can kind of see the crack. I mean, the crack is more or less given away by the darker line going through it. But I mean, if you're just looking it over real quick, I think it looks pretty damn good. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with this. I definitely like how it turned out. So I hope you guys had fun going along for the ride. So she's ready to go.